Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from February 7th through the 9th, 2025. This is for Aries. Last shuffle for Aries. Let's see what's going on. Aries, one thing is for certain. They're showing that there's something healing in a family unit. There's something about you needing to let go of a past, of some sort of grief, something that was like sad, something that was like messed up, right? Because they're showing that there's a lot of hidden potential in that messed up situation. Someone is here to help you. They're showing someone here to help you. This could be a mother. This could be like an older woman or a very wise woman. I keep seeing a woman. This could also be a man, a man that is embodying a lot of feminine energy. However this goes, this person is really wise. They have the resources to be able to help a situation. Spirit wants you to release the past. Know that you deserve better than what you've been dealing with, and to trust someone. Trust this person, especially if it's a woman. Trust her. There's something about you knowing what you know. Don't deviate from the facts. Don't allow anyone to have you deviate from the facts. What heals you is breaking some very shocking news. There may be some things going on in the family that stress you out. Um, they want you to know that you are very much so loved and trusted as well. And that you need to remember, no matter how things go, your boundary. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because Spirit is telling you that you know what you know. Don't stop or don't deviate, and then that you should stand up for yourself, right? And if that's the case, that means that someone may be trying to refute what you're saying, challenge what you're saying, like, oh, you gonna believe Aries, or are you gonna believe me or your lying eyes, or believe me or Aries kind of mess. And that much I see. Okay, there's something about you needing to remember who you are, remember how you came to the knowledge that you have, your wisdom, and to never forget to remain optimistic because you know where you came from. You know who you are. You know who you are. Yeah, there's something here about. Mm, 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 mm. There's a happily ever after in this situation. Something has to crash and burn for there to be a happily ever after. Something's got to end abruptly. Some stress that has been going on in the family, it seems, family energy. That's good. That's got to end, and it will end, and it will heal you to know that you need to stand your ground, like stand on what you say. The way to establish healthy boundaries is is to say that to yourself, or to believe, like, I stand up for what I believe in. I know what I know, right? And I know that I'm loved as well. Also too, there's something about keeping your focus on what you want. So if you want healing, if you want your family unit to, like, secrets to be exposed, or um, you want someone to understand something about secrets being exposed, like is exposing some sadness, some sad news too. I'm seeing some sad news, that you need to stick to your guns. This is very specific, so it feels like this is like a personal reading, but they're wanting you to trust the situation, or trust if you've revealed something to someone, right? Because sometimes the tower is revelation. Hanged man, right? A different perspective. Hey, this is my perspective. This is what I know. You need to trust the person you're telling that they're going to handle it. They have the keys to handle a situation. I will say this: that angel number 9999 is here, and that's talking a lot about how you need to stick to what you know and how you got to where you got. How did you draw the conclusion that you drew? Um, you need to be optimistic no matter what, and kind of like remember the goal. The goal is to end something that needs to end, some faulty mess that needs to stop. Remember that goal. Maintain the momentum. Like, once you say it, you gotta, you know what I mean? That's the vibe of somebody who's getting on the witness stand. You got to tell this story 15 times. Okay, Aries, what happened? And it's like you say the same words in the same way with the same inflection every single time. You're not going to deviate from what you know to be true. You're not going to let anyone, no matter what questions are asked, and no matter what emotions come your way, you're still going, nah, I know what I saw. I'm sorry it hurts your feelings, but I saw it. Um, they're showing that you have the powers of heaven behind you. They've got your back. You've got the backing of someone. Someone's got power, and they've got your back as well. Oh, this is very interesting here. The back end of everything is that perhaps to some degree, someone may be like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? Why are you acting this way? Why are you standing on your square? They may feel or try to insinuate or try to imply that you have bad intentions. And so Spirit's saying, nah, stand for what you believe in. That's your boundary. I believe in what I know to be true. That's my boundary. Period, point blank. I'm sticking to the truth. Right? True love is the Four of Cups and Five of Pentacles. True love is that there's something about you not you sticking you sticking to your point, and that you're not giving any credence to the maybe past rivalry, jealousy, um, anything like that, because I keep seeing someone going, Aries is doing this because of that. Like if this is family energy, this may be sibling rivalry that you never partook in. You never were partaking in that energy. And this is someone that's like, maybe saying you're jealous of me, or you've always been this way, you have bad intentions, you've always been trying to take, crash and burn my operation. And this is saying no. True love is that I have no interest in that. I have no interest in focusing on your faults. I have no interest in focusing on trying to make sure you don't have something. I want now to keep my focus on good things. We deserve better than this. There's a deception, Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups. The deception is that you are purposely trying to hurt someone. Aries, I don't know who this is. Listen, this feels very personal. I think this weekend you need to be careful. I wouldn't tiptoe around family at all, but if you see something, say something. I want to say that there's someone that you're going to speak to, and this looks like a wise woman. For some reason, this is what is coming out. And gender is usually not very specific, but this feels very specific. And it looks like this person adores you, loves you, and that things are going to crash and burn, but there will be a happily ever after. This is Phoenix rising out of the ashes energy. There's some grief and sorrow here that needs to be addressed. You know about it. And it's something that here where you may be refuted, you may be your relationships may be called into question. Spirit's like, oh well, because what's going to come up is going to build stronger than before. I don't know. And if this is like family mess, they feel like there's always been some weird energy of jealousy, or some kind of weird energy of like, I never cared for someone, or um you never cared for me type vibe. And Spirit's like, nah, man, that was then. I don't care about that. Even if it was you that was upset, the past is over. I'm done. I don't care about that. Right? I'm on the new path, and the new path I'm following with faith is that we deserve good things. I deserve good things, and I know what I know. Spirit's telling you not to stop. And angel number 9999 screams out that the culmination of all that we have gone through, this is what it is here. Now I know we had a past. I know this is that and whatever, but I've grown. I've become I'm a big boy now, or I'm a big girl now. Okay, and I don't focus on those types of things. I'm being optimistic. There's a goal here. The goal is to tear down something faulty. We got to stop this. I'm seeing someone in this energy. I don't know who this is, but I'm seeing you need to look into your chart for the Lilith. Very much so, because the Lilith is like, it represents your hidden potential, but it also represents hidden knowledge, things that you know intuitively that you can't explain. You may need to understand what that is and understand how you're being viewed, because Lilith also has three different levels. So I think the third level is like the evolved version of this dark energy, right? And the first, you got the first, the second. The first is when you're deep in the mess, you're deep in the dirt, in the muck, and usually that's the potential of you being the bad guy. And the second is the victim energy, like you're the victim of this kind of crime or this type of mess, the darkness, right? And then the third is when you're elevated above it, and there's something an aspect of it that you're going, nah, that ain't that's one thing I will not put up with, right? Is corporate embezzlement or whatever the heck. So there's something you will be able to recognize yourself in this, and you need to be really honest with yourself about it too, because I can't lie. I know where my Lilith is, and I was looking at it like, well, there was a point when I was on the first level. Ain't gonna lie, I was there, and then I was at the second level. I was deep in that, and and then you reach the third, and you realize there's certain things that you can't stay. Like there's certain things that you can't do. So they're also asking you to generate positive energy that spirals outside of you, that improves everything in your path before you are to embark on anything. Like this weekend, if you got to go see family, they're asking you to anoint a white candle, um, mm, with rose oil. I would say rose oil. And this usually would be something that you would want to do on a Saturday. And I would say even to the degree of saying I would do a waning moon, but we're in a waxing moon. So this also works because we're trying to build positive energy. We're trying to universally improve our environment. So waxing is also good, but waning usually is an energy of banishment. We're trying to pull things away that is countering our goal. um you would want to place a single white rose in water, right? And lay, I would say, a garlic clove next to a rose. But you also, there also is rose incense I'm seeing as well. So you could even take dried rose petals and make that an incense, to be quite honest with you. If you're saying I don't have the sticks and I can't find them, well, get you a rose. And if you want to make like dry it out, you could put it in an oven or a dehydrator for like on like 200 or something, and it'll dry it out. And then you could burn that as well, right? And you could even put some oil on the rose petals, and that will help it the scent, um, or help it to light, if you're trying to smudge it in a sense. Light the incense, and take some white sage, light the end, pass the smoke over you, like over the space, right? You smudge in the space that you're going to light this candle. And you would want to say something to the tune of, like, war and grief, sorrow will come to an end, and that we walk the path of peace, and we love each other as we love ourselves, type of thing. And all we need is love, with harm to none, only understanding amongst each other, because you need that energy to be understood. Because I feel like someone that misunderstands you wholly, 100%, thinks that you're coming with the worst of intentions because of your past rivalry or your past bullcrap. And you're like, I don't even care about all that. What I'm saying is, I'm seeing us heading towards a disaster and trying to avert the disaster. Like, what the fuck, what the fudge? I was gonna say what the fudge. I promise you. Um, so I'm seeing the color brown. Brown is a color that usually, it's usually representing home, grounding, right? And boundaries, establishing boundaries. So you might want to incorporate brown into your like attire or something here. And also nightingales. I don't know if that's important to you. That may be something that you love. Or I don't know if you're one of them old school people that like the old Disney Cinderella, Sing Sweet Nightingale. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. I'm also seeing a phoenix rising out of the ashes. Look into your Aquarius placements to help you to understand, to ground you in your knowledge. Aquarius placements will help you to say, I know what I know, right? And look into your Lilith, okay, to see what's coming towards you. Because I feel like you may need to know exactly where you lay in the first, second, or third level of that. You could be dealing with a Scorpio very strongly. We have Pisces also, and another sign is Cancer. Those are the main signs, though. Pisces and Scorpio. Scorpio is the main one, but you could also you could be a Pisces Aries cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, trust me, these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.